Hello everyone, welcome to Collective Guidance Tarot. I hope this reading finds you well. I hope that you are doing well wherever you are. So in today's reading, I am going to look at are we ever going to see the kids, and why Megan is hiding the kids. So are we ever going to publicly see the kids, and why she hides them? Okay, the heart is coming out in the shadow. The judge. Okay, so immediately I'm getting the energy that okay, there is something that she's not happy about, that she strongly feels about, and she feels like her kids are going to be judged. They are publicly going to be judged. So when it comes to her kids, there's something that is affecting her emotionally that we don't know about, and she feels like if she publicly comes out, if she publicly displays her kids are going to be judged for something. I don't know what it is, because the judge card is coming out with the heart in reverse. So she does feel like if these kids were to publicly be seen, then they would be judged. I'm sorry, I don't know why the judgment card is here, but there's something that she strongly feels about that in regards to her kids. And with the heart in reverse, I'm getting the energy that this is something that really gets to her. It really affects her emotionally. So she feels like if she were to publicly show her kids, then yeah, basically the kids would be judged. I don't know why. I'm trying to look for the meaning behind the heart, because maybe I'm getting one message and there is another message behind the heart in the shadow, because I'm immediately getting that there's something that she is ashamed of. Okay, the heart in the shadow. Okay, betrayal. So okay, there's this energy of she feels like she got betrayed. I don't know. Okay, now I get why. She feels betrayed because of the titles. She does recognize that her kids will never, they will never be held to the same standard as Prince William and Kate's kids, because those are like the future of the monarchy. Those are like the closest to the line of succession. So there's something that she sees this as a betrayal. And also with the judge card, with the other reading that I did pick up that Archie might have, this is my opinion, these are not facts. Archie might have some birth defect that she feels like people will judge him for that. So that's why, because judgment is like coming out, being out in the open, being judged publicly by the public opinion. So she feels like she will be judged. If she were to ever publicly come out with her kids. I mean, we did see Archie when he was small, but I feel like I did say this in the reading that I did, AMT Nursery. There's something about him that he's not growing as much as he should be growing. And I actually have a friend of mine that his brother, they had to place him, I think it's hormones or something. He was not growing at the rate that he was supposed to be growing, but he was fine. Like he was fine, he was doing well at school, but there was just something wrong with his growth, so they had to place him on hormones. So I actually have a friend that his younger brother went through that. So it's really nothing to be ashamed of, but because Megan is image focused. She's all about the image. She's all about her looks. She's all about how she looks with the public eye. So I think she feels like if she were to come out and, you know, if she were to come out and show her kids in public, then she feels like kids will be judged. And also with the lovers, I always say that even with, the original Rider Waite tarot deck, I see the lovers as a mirroring energy. So there's something that she did that her recent events are mirroring her past. So it's that thing of you can't really run away from your past. So there's something that she did that is mirroring some of the actions that she did in the past, and also the fact that she waited for too long to have kids. And I did talk about some of the abortions that she had, which affected her fertility. So when she was with her ex-husband, there were topics about he actually did want kids, but at the time she was very selfish. She didn't want kids. She didn't want to, bear him any kids. But it was at a time, I've said this before, it was at a time when she really needed a kid, that her actions in the past are sort of a reflection of what she did previously. Her present actions, what's currently going on in her life, is something that is reflective of what she has done in the past. Because also the lover is a kind of, devotion, or like when, you're in awe of something, which explains the energy. And as you can see with this one, it's graceful. It's like that graceful energy. Everything has to be perfect. Everything has to be crystal clear. But there's just something that we don't know about the child, that she feels like if she were to publicly come out and show us the child, people will judge the kid. Okay, the mystic and the kiss. Okay, the kiss is explaining the relationship that she has with Prince Harry. So it's a relationship that, okay, so the kiss can also be, when you're looking at an in-depth explanation of the case can be that enmeshment, emotional enmeshment, and we can see that with his relationship with Harry. They are enmeshed. It's like when you come together, and the whole kiss thing, it's like an exchanging of energy. So if you're not true in yourself, you end up enmeshing with that person, that enmeshment. And I'm going to take a different direction with this, because I'm connecting the dots with the Lovers card. Remember I spoke about the mirror. In the original Rider Waite tarot, the lover is, two people, a man and a woman. Both of them are naked. So it talks about the lover. It talks about the duality, seeing yourself in others, seeing people as mirrors, because people mirror something in us. Even how the public dislikes her, it does mirror something. It does mirror the connection that she has with other people. How can she reject other people and then expect other people to be in awe of her, to admire her? But within her own energy, she's not someone that is accepting, but she does expect the public, which is the judge, she does expect the public to be in awe of her. And also with the Mystic card talks about transformation, which ties into the Lovers. The Lovers can also be a card of transformation, where you meet, it's that divinely guided connection that is supposed to teach a lesson. So both of them are actually learning lessons. And one of the reasons why they are not, I'm not sure if I should say that they're not proud of their kids, is because both of them are image focused. Both of them care about themselves more than the other. So whatever it is that is happening with the health of the child, it is showing them something. It is causing a transformation, because I don't know if you guys can see the transformation with the butterfly. It is both of them are supposed to go through this transformation, but usually in the connection with the Lovers card, one person goes through a transformation with the Flame. Also with the Flame card, I'm tying this to, the flame to a moth, which is that whole dynamic with, the narcissist and an empath, which explains this Lovers card, where both of them actually have narcissistic traits, because even empaths have narcissistic traits. We all have narcissistic traits, because that's how you have to, preserve yourself. You can't really preserve yourself if you don't like yourself, if you don't, have that desire to protect yourself. So all of us at the core, we do have that healthy dose of narcissism. But with the Lovers card and the Flame, it's that connection, a flame to a moth. And also how Harry is so drawn to her. It's this, guys, this dynamic with the Lovers card and the Mystic card and the Flame, and also the Kiss. It's that emotional enmeshment where, I don't know if you, oh my goodness, do you guys see the holding of the hands that is done every time in public? So both of them have to learn something from this. There is something that is going on with the kids, that because they are image focused, they feel like the public will judge them. I've been saying this, Harry does have fertility issues. Actually, both of them have fertility issues. And there is a masculine and feminine energy here. So both of them actually have fertility issues. And there's something about the child that they are ashamed to publicly come out, and because both of them are image based, and if this child was that, they would come out and parade the child. So because she knows that her kids will never live up to the level, and the kids were going to live up to that level. It's just that she lives in her mind, and she creates scenarios in her mind. She creates issues in her mind. Even when she walked into the royal family, she had already created a scenario, a whole storyline. They're not going to like me because I'm black. It's an all-white family. She always creates these scenarios in her head, and because of that, they always play out with the Lover, because it's that mirror. It mirrors something within her energy. What's currently going on with her is something that is within her, rejecting her friends, her going to the when she reaches the top, she tends to reject people. But she expected the public to admire her. How can we admire you if you can't even admire the people that are in your inner circle? So it goes back to that transformation with the Mystic card, that learning of lessons. And the Flame and the Moth, and the Flame to the Moth and the Kiss, it's explaining that narcissistic, emotional enmeshment energy, where when she is happy, he also has to be happy. When she is sad, he also has to be sad. And also that emotional enmeshment goes back to, now your thoughts don't belong to you anymore. They belong to someone else. Someone is able to manipulate your thoughts to a point where the thoughts that you think are not originally yours. They belong to someone else. The holding of the hands, that enmeshment, emotional enmeshment, where both of them are actually codependent on each other, because with the Lovers and the Flame, this is a very codependent energy, a codependent relationship that both of them have to transform from. So yeah, there is something, I've said this, the Sustainer in reverse. The Sustainer is Harry's card. This is someone that is giving, people pleasing, but he gets depleted. He gives to a point of depletion, which explains that whole relationship with a narcissist, where you are giving to a point where you get depleted. But the mirror part of all of this, the lesson with the Mystic, the lesson in all of this is that one has to give to yourself. You have to give to yourself first. You have to sustain your cup first before you can fill someone else's cup. So he went into this relationship with the empty cup. he was giving from an empty cup. That's why with the enmeshment, emotional enmeshment, where now his thoughts are not his anymore, he does not think any original thoughts. He's basically following her around, because if you all know narcissists are very controlling, they have domineering energies. And yeah, there is that both of them are actually image focused, and that's also the transformation that has to happen, because also the mirror in all of this is that if he had listened to the creator in reverse, it's explaining all of us, both of them have fertility issues. But the creator in reverse, the creator in the upright, it represents the energy that we all have. We are all creators at the core. We are all creators, we are all creative beings. Everything that you do we all create. Even right now, as I'm doing this reading, I'm creating something. One's ability to give life, it's that creative energy. We are all creative at the core. We are all creators. So it's the creator card isn't coming out in reverse. So yeah, there's something wrong. There is a little bit of fertility issues. I think even when I'm saying that little bit, I'm just trying to be nice, but both of them actually have fertility issues. Okay, I keep seeing the orphan. That's like the card that fell. The comic. The orphan in the comic. Okay, in the reading that I'm going to post, the comic in reverse, the shapeshifter. Okay, this is not good. The shapeshifter in reverse. This is a very narcissistic energy. Narcissists wear a lot of masks. I've seen this card with the reading that I did with Megan, and this is the comic. And Harry's card. He will also with the sustainer. He could have went out and became his own self, but because he always felt like a shadow of his brother, he took a wrong route. Immediately when Megan started telling him, enmeshing with his energy, telling him that, yeah, this is what's going on, this is how your reality is like this. But he knew that his reality was different. He could have went out and had, something amazing. He didn't have to be in his brother's shadow. I don't think even the general public, the general public saw him as a shadow of William. Only the media wanted to, spread that whole narrative. He could have went out and had something amazing. But because with the comic is coming out in reverse, he is going to always be seen as the loser. He's basically living up to what was said about him in the media from the time when he was young. He could have proved them wrong. He could have had a good family. There are some of his family members that are actually doing well. They're never in the media for the wrong things. They represent good family values. He could have looked up to that and became that. Even his own brother was a good role model for him, but he chose to listen to, he got too immersed in all of this that he lost himself. Now he will always be seen as a joke. The shapeshifter is Megan's energy, because I don't know if any of you have ever dealt with a narcissist. You end up losing yourself. You end up questioning. It's like insanity. You end up questioning your own reality, which happens when you immerse with someone's energy. You get their fears, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, the fears that she has, he now has those fears, which doesn't make sense to me. You basically immerse with that person's fears. With the orphan, this is someone that blames, he's angry, he hates himself as well as others. And the shapeshifter explains Megan's energy. So basically, to sum up the reading, there's something about the kids. Both of them have fertility issues. There's something about the child's development that, because Megan is image focused, because Megan has created this perfect image around herself. That's why people are always calling her out. That's why she's always finding herself in trouble, because she's created this perfect image and no one is perfect. So that's why when you act perfect, people look for errors, people look for loopholes, people look for cracks within the foundation. And that's what's going on with her, with the flame. People try to shine a light with, why is this thing, we always want to dissect the things that we think are perfect. And that's what's going on with her, because when she first came into the scene, she portrayed herself as this perfect person. So the one of the reasons why she doesn't show her kids, one is because she knows that she feels that in her heart, she feels that her kids will never live up to the same standard as Catherine's kids. Two, she has an image to uphold. Three, if they are not going to get titles, then she's going to treat them as a commodity. With the creator energy, she's going to treat them like as a commodity, as something that she can merchandise, something that she can get money out of it, because they will never be in her mind, they will never be on the same level as William and Kate's kids. But what she didn't understand is that if they had stayed in the royal family, people were going to be interested in their kids, because every child has his or her own personality, and that's what makes them unique. So yeah, like if you look at Princess Eugenie and Beatrice, they went through the most. And just look at how well they are. They were able to build their own families. They went through a lot with both with the parents, with the controversies that their parents were involved in. But just look at how graceful they are. That's the definition of grace, going through whatever you're going through but coming out at the top. But both of them, Harry and Meghan, they are more interested in the drama. They are more interested about creating a specific image. But because both of them have to heal certain childhood wounds, things are not going according to plan. You can't really manipulate anything. You can't manipulate the elements. You can't manipulate where you can try to create the child, but you can't really decide how the creation will look like. You can't really draw the perfect image and say, yeah, this is how I want my child to look like. That's just one thing that we don't have the power to do, and she's missing the point. Anyways, I'm done. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this reading. Please like, please subscribe, please comment. And to my new subscribers, hi, hello, welcome. Yeah, I really appreciate the support. It's raining outside. It has been raining since morning. So yeah, thank you all for supporting me. I genuinely appreciate all that you have done for me. Bye.